Greetings, everyone. I have an incredible pleasure today, but before I tell you what it is, let me introduce myself. I am Rebecca Norlander, and I am Senior Vice President of Software for Workforce Services and Solutions at HP Inc. So, my great honor today is being able to talk to Martin, and he's going to introduce himself. And, he's got a huge voice at HP and shapes a lot of what we do with regard to our people strategy and with regard to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we're going to have a bit of fun. Unfortunately, Martin won't be able to join us at the National Society of Black Engineering Convention, which is about a week and a half from now when we're doing the recording. But he is disappointed that he can't make it to the NSBE convention. So we decided we would do a little interview and he would get a chance to tell you why he was excited about NSBE and how he hopes to participate next year. So Martin, you want to give us an introduction?
Yes. First of all, thank you for the opportunity of inviting me and being part of this big effort from HP in supporting and being present at such important event. As you said, my name is Martin Stier, and I'm the VP of Human Resources at HP. I've been with the company for a very long time and always been very active and engaged in all of our efforts to increase our representation of underrepresented minorities.
Fantastic. So what do you think the importance of NSBE and other societies like NSBE are for HP specifically?
Well, Rebecca, as you know, we have very ambitious goals as a company. We have a vision to be the most just company in technology. And when you have a big vision and you are very ambitious as a company, you have definitely look at what are you going to do? What are the big things that you're going to do to be able to advance and create that level of representation, both externally and internally. And I think partnering with organizations like NSBE or also other organizations that we partner is critical, because not only we need to take care of our sure that they have the right opportunities to develop and grow through partnerships, at the same time we need to be present at these events and with these organizations so that other people outside of the HP, they see that we are committed and that we are making big efforts in attracting talent that can help us achieve those goals.
Excellent. Well, I know that you're also an advocate for SHIP, which is the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and that you and I have done work together on SWE, which is the Society for Women Engineers. So I wanted to pull out one thing just for this crowd that's going to be hopefully listening to our interview, which is something similar to what I spoke to Brittany about in a different interview. HP does a great job of really diving in and believing in the future, which includes a more diverse workforce. So it's not just a poster for us or a set of interviews over Zoom. It is instead something that the company is really committed to. And it's actually one of the reasons that, I had finished a startup, I had a successful exit and was looking for my next thing. And I interviewed at HP and I didn't really think that I thought it was an opportunity to network and get to know people. And I was so impressed with the quality of the people, and I had a lot of fun in my interviews, but I also loved that HP feels very strongly about, being social warriors, if you will, and, thinking hard about how to bring a more diverse workforce into the company, and even starting way earlier in the pipeline to try to make those investments, which is one of the reasons that HP is up for a NSBE Golden Torch Award, which rewards companies that invest beyond just what they do for their employees, but really thinks about what we're doing in the community and how we're bringing people along as the future of technical leaders. So how do you feel about HP winning that award, and how do we take it from here?
Yeah, well, first of all, speaking on the award, I think it's a great recognition for HP, for the leaders, and for all the employees that make up HP, because there's an organization like NSBE who is recognizing the work that we're doing. But let me say this, we don't do it, the work that we do, it's not about being recognized. We do it because we are very committed and we believe that it's the right thing to do. Rebecca, when I joined HP 13 years ago, I went through several interviews like you did. And at the middle of the interview process, I had this interview with somebody that was at HP for a long time. And when they asked me the question, okay, why do you really want to join HP? And I said, because of the joining the technology industry, because I want to be in a company that is evolving and driving innovation. And she stopped me and she said, Martin, let me tell you why you want to join HP. You want to join HP because you are going to be surrounded by amazing people and that you are going to love the culture at HP. And this is one of the things that makes us very proud. And sometimes it's not very well known. And when we get recognitions like this, I think it has a lot to do with our people, and it has a lot to do with this culture that has been there for a long time, where people really feel that they are respected, that we make a big effort to ensure that everybody feels included, and that every leader in the organization is looking at ways to create the right environment where people thrive and that they can bring their best self to work. So that speaks volume about our culture, and the fact that we get a recognition from an organization like NSBE makes us feel very proud.
Excellent. I could not agree more. I am delighted, but like Martin said, we don't do this work in order to win awards. It's lovely to be recognized, and I'm looking forward to seeing that recognition at the NSBE convention. But we do it because it makes us a strong, future-ready employer with the right set of people that reflect the way that the world looks and feels in the future, who are incredibly talented, who come together to really continue to revolutionize technology. So thank you. What a great tee up. So let's end on a super high note. So how do you think that NSBE and the relationship that HP has with NSBE is really going to accelerate HP's commitments for diversity, equity, and inclusion for the next decade?
Well, definitely. And it's a great question, because we take time as an organization in identifying the right partnerships. Why do we want to partner with the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers? Why we want to partner with the Society of Women in Engineering? Why we want to partner with the National Society of Black Engineers? You can see there the common denominator, which is we are an innovation company. We are an engineering company at heart, and we want to make sure that we partner with organizations that are going to allow us to reach, to connect, and sponsor people that come from underrepresented minorities, where we can actually advance on our goals to have more representation, the right representation that not only we want to have internally, but also with the customers that we serve. And that is something that we always bring up, is we want to make sure that we can attract and bring the talent that represents our customer base and the people that we're serving in our community. So I think NSBE is definitely the right organization that will actually help us identify the talent, connect with that talent, and as well make sure that they come to HP and we can help them grow and develop in an organization that is definitely committed to inclusion and making sure that we create equity in the society.
Excellent. I look forward to our relationship with NSBE really changing the face of our senior leadership team and our ELT over time. And to me, along with what you said, that's a big part of why we continue to focus in on professional societies like NSBE, like SHIP, like SWE. I'm sure that I've missed a bunch, and that's my ignorance, not because I don't want to be super inclusive, but I'm delighted that HP stands behind it. I appreciate your time, Martin. I wish you could join us at the convention, but maybe next year. So,
let me say one last thing, because you highlighted this, and unfortunately I won't be able next week because it's spring break in my state, and I wish I could be there. But definitely something very important to call out before we close is we want to see people from underrepresented minorities grow in the company and reach the highest level of leadership in the organization. And that's something that requires people like you, Rebecca, Brittany, and others to make sure that we show our commitment Ernest as well, who is another speaker. We want to make sure that people see that there is a future that they can have at HP. So the job is on us, and we are committed to help them.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Martin. I think you're right. Having a more diverse workforce is part of our differentiator and our secret sauce for the future. So I really appreciate your time today. Wish you could join us and hope you'll join us next year. And with that, we'll sign off.